biggest career change was moving to Hong Kong. So I was offered a position as Chief Operating Officer for the Securities Division in Asia Pacific and based in Hong Kong. And I accepted the job, and then about 4 weeks later I found out I was pregnant, and so I ended up moving, being 5 months pregnant. That was very daunting for me. A lot of change happening at once, going from having 1 child to 2 children, and then moving to a completely different environment. I had never lived in Asia before, and so I definitely thought, well, this could be good or this could be incredibly tough. I think, early on my daughter was about 2 and a half. She didn't want to move to Hong Kong. She said, "Mommy, I'm not going to Hong Kong." And she would give me a very hard time about it. But I finally, someone in human capital management at Goldman told me, "Tell her there's Disneyland there." So I told her, "Minnie Mouse lives in Hong Kong." So that calmed her down. She was very excited, and we landed in Hong Kong at the airport late at night, and she was like, "Where's Minnie Mouse?" And it was just quite lucky that when I got to the hotel, the Mickey Mouse Playhouse was on the TV, and so she was settled in after that. So it was much easier for her than it was for the rest of us. But we all had our moments just like that, which kind of made us feel at home again. And I think after about 2 years of living there, when I would land in Hong Kong, I noticed I feel completely at home when I landed there. I think you can be a person who makes the workplace a better place for someone every single day when they come to work. So you have to try and understand how you contribute or how you take away from someone's happiness in the workplace. And then I think when you look broadly at someone's career, try to understand what their skill sets are, what they're great at, how you can take those things that they excel at and put them in the right place, in the right role, and really, change the course of their career. Because many businesses have, very deep silos, and a person could be very, very talented but sitting in the wrong silo. And when you move them, from just, the 62nd floor to the 65th floor, you may see that their career will completely turn around because they're with the right people and being mentored in the areas that they really are successful in. My parents are from Ghana, West Africa, and so I'm first generation American, and poverty is something that I would definitely want to address in the world. I think we're very privileged to live in America. We have access to great health care, we have access to great schools, and so for me, I always look at my relatives who are still in Ghana and think, there, but for the grace of God, am I not growing up there in a village or in a small city? And so I look for ways to try and help those who are still behind. I also try and address poverty systemically, looking at the charities that are big and addressing big issues that I care a lot about in terms of healthcare. And so I try to raise money for those foundations and make sure that the type of big organizations that can really make an impact on a huge community, that I'm also thinking about them and not just thinking about my own family members, thinking about the public